for many small and medium business owners, they hear a government official talk about the need to stick to regulations. And I know you appreciate this, Dawn. They roll their eyes. They say we're strangled by government regulations. We cannot. Many companies are going out of business. They are overregulated to a point right now where they can't survive. I mean, Uber, as I understand it, Dawn, watching their evolution for the last couple of years, they got it all covered. I mean, they've got the insurances covered. They require the drivers to have insurance. Uber carries insurance as it is. I mean, the fact is, everywhere communities have objected to Uber, and I don't say this I'm not trying to say this in a smart aleck way, but they outsmart the governments that are trying to block them.
They sure have.
They know what they're doing.
They've got some good backing, and they have an aggressive marketing technique. What I found interesting in South Carolina is that Uber reached out to us in early March to talk about the regulatory restrictions, some innovative ways that we as the regulator and they as the industry could take a look at our regulations. We had several talks with them from March all the way up until June about the regulatory requirements, and we were unable to get that off the ground in time for them to start operating here in July.
Right. So the stories I have in front of me, Dawn, say that they cannot legally operate in the state of South Carolina. Is that true?
Right. Their UberX service offering is currently operating outside the regulatory framework that we have in South Carolina.
But they're up and running now.
They are. They are up and running here, particularly in Columbia, which is where I'm based.
Right.
They are up and running.
How about are they running in Greenville?
I believe in Greenville, and then also in Charleston, and we've heard as well in the Myrtle Beach area.
Now, what are the regulations that you guys feel Uber hasn't fulfilled? Why are you pushing back?
What we'd like to see from Uber is a regulatory framework that guarantees the insurance coverage. We know that they've put it out there in their marketing information and in their driver recruitment. We'd like to see proof of their insurance. We'd like to see proof that they're conducting those background checks on drivers and that they're also doing the vehicle safety checks that they have assured that they are doing.
Now, purely anecdotal, and I can't speak to what regulatory levels you think that these guys have or haven't fulfilled. Number one, I don't know of any case, and I would think that people critical of Uber, and there are plenty, would trumpet a case where there's been some accident or incident and somebody hasn't been covered by insurance. I've never gotten into an Uber car where the car isn't 100 times in better condition than a typical taxi cab. The drivers are always vetted and carefully screened. The drivers are good. You know who the driver is because they have a rating system, as you know, Dawn. The passengers rate drivers, and if they fall below a certain threshold, they're not allowed to be Uber drivers. I'm telling you, Dawn, you guys are opposing something that is innovative, that is terrific. It is a great, and I'm not a spokesman for them, so this isn't a marketing campaign. I'm just a consumer who understands that the people in Columbia and in the upstate, Greenville, Spartanburg, Myrtle Beach, they would love this. And what you guys are doing, I say respectfully, is a great disservice to the residents of South Carolina.